Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are taking on the second beer in this barrel collab series 2 by Vandestreek. In the last video in this series I talked about having doubts which one to start with. The Flanders style red ale by the Magistraat or Baxbier's Imperial fruited sour. So I started with the red ale. Let's go over to the fruited sour. These beers are, or these cans are so banged up. Horrible actually. Okay, first off, Baxbier is a brewery, a well-renowned brewery in the north of the Netherlands, more specifically Groningen, if I'm not mistaken. I love the area around Groningen. I used to work there for GasUnie, or at least under GasUnie. I really like this can. It is way simpler, way calmer than the other ones, and for some reason I do have a thing with the color pink. In this case the black and purple cross, and then the silver and pink can. Again, looking quite organic. It just works for me. So, what happens when you age an Imperial fruited sour in barrels? That's exactly what happened when Baxbier came to Utrecht for this bold, one-of-a-kind collab. A strong kettle sour was brewed and fermented, then barrel-aged and generously fruited. Okay, and they fruited it just before packing, so that's interesting. Collab with Baxbier, style Imperial fruited sour, 9.5% ABV. And they used maple bourbon barrels from Canada. Interesting. 12 EBC and 7 IBUs, so very light and absolutely not bitter at all. Okay, I'm starting to grow more and more curious. Also, I have no idea which fruits they used. Might be on the ingredients list. Ingredients: water, barley malt, oat malt, maltodextrin, so added sugars, raspberry and oat flakes, next to hops and yeast. Okay, so yesterday we had blackcurrant and crème de cassis barrels. Today we are going for raspberry. Again, kettle sour. And 9.5% is a nice spot to be in. That is not dark indeed. Okay, nice and hazy. I see some specks of yeast here and probably some fruity leftovers. Very aromatic, already get a lot of aroma in the nose. Kettle sour, breaking down the protein, so practically no foam left here. Nicely carbonated though. And the foam that we had for a moment was a very yellowish beige, so completely in line with what we expected. Well, lovely, lovely beer. I know some people that are against these murky colors, but this is what you get when you macerate raspberries or a bunch of different berries, strawberries for example. If you macerate berries and other fruits on a base beer like this. So, same goes for fruited lambics, for example. This is pure and utter raspberry, no more, no less. Yeah, the usual suspects, a tiny hint of carbon dioxide, a bit of ethanol, of course, it is 9.5%, and we do get that tingly feeling in the nose. But apart from that, really pure raspberry. I'd love to know how much they used, but this smells like quite a lot, actually. So, let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh wow. First off, mouthfeel. It's actually nice and thick, well-rounded, very nice mouthfeel. And then flavor-wise, it's a whole lot of raspberry. I am getting sourness from the fruits, from the raspberries themselves, probably also from the kettle sour, but it's very hard to make that distinction, if at all possible. Also, it's not sharp. We don't have we don't have vinegar. We don't have actual lemon in here, so it is more a softer sourness. It's not sharp. Very, very fruity. It is like drinking a raspberry cocktail or cranberry juice, for example. Very nice carbonation, tiny bubbles, very soft but very present, which is really pleasant as well. And the acidity is right there just as well. So the sourness isn't sharp, but the acidity is really present in the sense that when swallowing, I really feel it go down through the esophagus all the way to the plexus. And this is where the nerve ending stops. So yeah, again, an interesting beer. Actually beautiful in simplicity, because there's not a whole lot going on in this beer, but the things that it has going on are pretty okay. Very boozy as well. Quite alcoholic, quite warming. Which is funny because on one side the sourness and the fruitiness are refreshing, but at the same time this alcohol glow is very warming as well. So this could be a summery beer, but just as well a wintry beer. Probably even used in cocktails. And the aftertaste is interesting because up until now I haven't said anything about barrel aging or about flavors that are associated with barrel aging. But in the aftertaste I'm getting, of course, that raspberry, still a bit boozy, but also very earthy. So partially from the fruits, of course, but these might have some ashy flavors, some woody flavors in there as well. I'm not really getting the bourbon flavor, or maybe a very tiny subtle hint, but of course this is maple bourbon. I have no idea, I've never tasted it, but as far as I have a vague idea from this beer, not too shabby. Yeah, I think this could be a very nice basis for some beer cocktails. Maybe add a bit of bitter in there, but also this beer to accompany a vanilla ice cream dessert or a chocolate dessert, for example, would be very interesting as well. Okay. I'll probably not score this as high as I have before. I am thinking a 375 for this. And that is on one side because I'm not the biggest raspberry fan, and on the other side because this is a beautiful beer in its simplicity, but it is quite simple. It's just maybe not really my cup of tea. but it is beautifully made. So $3.75 nonetheless. Yeah, I think that is where my intuition is going. So that all being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And if you want to support this channel a bit more, share a video, spread the love, subscribe to the mailing list, maybe even visit the Patreon page, and you can get some advantages for the low price of half a beer, or more if you would like to. And I will see you guys again in the next video, which should be tomorrow, with another one of these 4 left beers. Cheers, you guys.